Welcome to Spaceverse, your portal to cosmic adventures. Everything ends, except the Voyager mission. Or at least, that's how it feels. The legendary twin Voyager probes have been cruising through space for nearly 50 years, and somehow they're still going strong. These veteran spacecraft have even crossed into the mysterious realm of interstellar space, far beyond the reach of any other human-made object. Their survival? That's all thanks to NASA's brilliant energy-saving strategy, which has kept these aging explorers alive despite their shrinking power reserves. But don't let their endurance fool you. Voyager 1 and 2 haven't had an easy ride. Over the decades, they've experienced some truly puzzling glitches, sending back data that's left even NASA's brightest minds scratching their heads. What's really going on out there in the cosmic void? Could this be the moment we finally get a reply to the golden records? Or just maybe have they been intercepted by something not of this Earth? To put their journey into perspective, Voyager 2 is now over 21 billion kilometers, that's about 13 billion miles from the Sun, while Voyager 1 holds the title as the farthest spacecraft ever, having traveled an eye-popping 24.8 billion kilometers since its 1977 launch. And to think they weren't even built to go this far. Yet here they are, still making history, still sending signals, and still carrying humanity's message into the stars. Believe it or not, NASA's most iconic space mission wasn't meant to be a cosmic odyssey. When the Voyager program first launched, the plan was pretty modest. Explore the outer planets Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, which, back in the 70s, were still mysterious giants. The mission? Just 5 years. But then, magic happened. Voyager 1 and 2 delivered breathtaking, first-ever images of those gas and ice giants, revealing details no one had seen before. They collected so much groundbreaking data that NASA had a change of heart. Instead of calling it a day, they gave the Voyagers a bold new mission. Keep going into interstellar space. And so they did. Voyager 1 broke into interstellar space in 2012, followed by Voyager 2 in 2018. Not bad for a couple of 1970s spacecraft running on less tech than your toaster. Seriously, your smartphone? It's about 1,000,000 times more powerful than these two pioneers. The Voyagers store their data on old-school magnetic tape with just 536 megabits of storage. For comparison, your phone likely transfers data 40,000 times faster than these dusty but determined spacecraft. So, how are they still alive? Well, it's a mix of solid engineering, careful planning, and a bit of cosmic luck. But time takes its toll, even on space legends. The energy from their nuclear power sources is slowly draining, losing about 4 watts every year, and the signs of aging are starting to show. Originally built for a 5-year mission, the Voyager probes have outlived every expectation, and in doing so, they've become icons of human curiosity, determination, and awe. But even legends run low on fuel. To keep these space veterans alive as long as possible, NASA has been in full energy conservation mode for years. Non-essential systems? Shut down. Backup systems? Deactivated. Even instruments that were once vital are now being sacrificed in the name of longevity. In 2023, a backup system went offline. Then, in 2024, Voyager 2's plasma sensor was powered down. And now, in a tough but necessary move, NASA pulled the plug on Voyager 1's cosmic ray subsystem on February 25th. This powerful trio of telescopes had been measuring high-energy protons from the Sun and our galaxy, and it was this very tool that confirmed Voyager 1 had crossed into interstellar space back in 2012. Depending on when you're watching this, a similar cut has either happened or is about to. On March 24th, Voyager 2's low-energy charged particle instrument will also go silent. That sensor had been tracking less energetic particles from solar and galactic radiation, offering critical insights into the space beyond our Sun's magnetic shield. So what's still working up there? Not much. Of the original 10 instruments, Voyager 1 is now down to just 3. The plasma wave subsystem, the magnetometer, and the low-energy particle sensor, which itself is scheduled to be turned off sometime next year. Slowly but surely, the lights are dimming. But even as the Voyagers begin their long goodbyes, their journey continues to inspire, pushing the limits of how far we can go and how long we can last. Voyager 2 isn't done just yet. It's still running its magnetometer, plasma wave instrument, and the cosmic ray subsystem, though that last one is set to be switched off by 2026. If all goes to plan, these careful power-saving measures should keep both Voyager spacecraft running into the 2030s, even if by then each will likely be down to just one active instrument. But here's the thing. Even if they went silent tomorrow, these space pioneers have already gone above and beyond. Every new data packet they send is a bonus, a gift from deep space to science. As Voyager project scientist Linda Spilker puts it, any day now could be Voyager's last. But who knows? Maybe tomorrow brings a brand new discovery from the edge of interstellar space. And let's not forget, these probes still know how to surprise us. A few years back, Voyager 1 started sending home some seriously weird data. It was so unusual that even seasoned NASA scientists couldn't explain it. Naturally, the internet did what it does best, speculated wildly. Aliens? Glitches? The message from the void? Whatever the cause, one thing's for sure. The Voyagers are full of mystery. And they're not traveling alone. Each probe carries a golden record, carefully crafted by a team led by Carl Sagan. These cosmic time capsules are filled with images, sounds, and messages that paint a picture of life on Earth, just in case something or someone out there finds them. Not everyone was thrilled about the idea of broadcasting our existence to the cosmos. In fact, some brilliant minds, like Stephen Hawking, voiced serious concerns. Sure, the Voyager golden records were meant to be a gesture of peace, but what if they ended up attracting the wrong kind of attention? Imagine this. A highly advanced alien civilization stumbles upon the records, and instead of saying hello, they see Earth as nothing more than a juicy new resource to exploit. With all the info about our planet neatly packaged for them, would we be handing over the keys to our own downfall? It's the ultimate cosmic gamble, and one we've already made. The messages are out there, drifting through the galaxy, and there's no calling them back now. We can only cross our fingers and hope that whoever finds them has friendly intentions. Adding fuel to the fire, a curious event in 2022 sparked a wave of online speculation. Voyager 1 suddenly began sending home bizarre, garbled data that made absolutely no sense. What was going on? Had the probe been hijacked by aliens? Was it reprogrammed and heading back with a chilling message? Or was it just a glitch? As fun as the wild theories are, there's a more practical challenge too: distance. Communicating with the Voyagers is like trying to whisper across the solar system. It takes nearly 20 hours for a message to reach Voyager 2, and even longer, about 23 hours, for Voyager 1. So if you send a question, you're looking at nearly 2 days before you get a response. Whether it's a friendly hello or something more ominous, one thing's certain. Out there in the void, the Voyagers are still speaking, and we're still listening. Maintaining contact with Voyager is already a cosmic challenge. To even have a chance at communication, the spacecraft's main antenna must be precisely aligned with Earth, a tiny target across an ocean of space. If that alignment slips even slightly, the signal could vanish into the void. So imagine the panic when, all of a sudden, Voyager 1 began beaming back. Nonsense. Instead of the usual groundbreaking data from the edge of the solar system, NASA started receiving garbled, unreadable signals. Even stranger, some of the data claimed Voyager was in a position that made absolutely no sense. Cue the alarms, but not the alien kind. While wild theories popped up online, NASA engineers approached the problem from a more down-to-earth angle. A technical glitch. Their first suspect? The attitude articulation and control system, basically the part of the spacecraft that keeps it correctly oriented. When they checked it, the data coming from that system did suggest something was off. But here's the twist. Everything else seemed to be working just fine. Voyager 1 was still following commands and even sending back data from its instruments. And if the antenna had drifted off target, the signal strength should have dropped, but it didn't. The connection was still strong. In other words, the spacecraft was behaving like nothing was wrong, except, of course, for the totally scrambled telemetry. What was going on? NASA had a mystery on its hands. and one that would take some serious interstellar detective work to solve. After weeks of head-scratching and probably a few sleepless nights at NASA, the puzzle was finally solved. Turns out the spacecraft's attitude control system had been trying to send its data through an onboard computer that had been out of commission for years. Of course, that didn't go well. So instead of sending clear, readable signals, Voyager 1 was basically funneling its data into a dead end, which scrambled everything into gibberish by the time it reached Earth. Strangely, no one knows why the system suddenly decided to route its data to a cosmic paperweight. But the good news? NASA's team pulled off a fix. They sent new instructions telling the probe to use a functioning computer to transmit its data, and just like that, Voyager 1 was back to talking sense again. And speaking of clicking the right thing, why not point your own signal toward that like and subscribe button? Give us a thumbs up, hit that bell, and you'll never miss another deep space mystery from us again. See you next time in the vast universe of Spaceverse.